Absolute Blasters full case. Pick your team number 9. Five-case Prism Draft 2022. As a matter of fact, I remember that. That's the one when we had snake skins in it and stuff, right? That was the same year that, yeah, we got... Actually, GC, if that's when you first started with us around there, that was the same time we were doing the... that's when we actually started doing, like, 2-case, 3-case breaks. Did you get into the 5-case Donruss break from that year as well? That's what gave Jags the infamous nickname. Jags and Scott used to, like, dog on each other. And it was pretty hilarious. That was when they did the 5-case Donruss. Jags special. What was it? What was it called? Jags' favorite product. I remember that. That's pretty funny. What's up, Goodell? Doing very good. I know. I haven't seen you in a while. The last time I did, I was doing football. I was looking for you. Yeah, Dave was here from the very beginning. And you know, it's Dave. Not a lot of people remember that. When I first talked to Backer needed someone for Facebook. They wanted to do a Facebook channel. And since when I originally was doing Hammer Breaks, that was always on Facebook, so I pretty much knew the workarounds and everything on it. And then I asked them, if it was okay. I said, could I go ahead and, meet some of the people on YouTube first, because they were trying to promote it on YouTube and everything. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Goodell, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with slowing down. Just don't forget you're always welcome to hang out over here with us too. Never any pressure for you to purchase or anything like that. Oh yeah, I'll put it upside down. That's right. Then I had to do Whatnot for a little while because we didn't have the football channel. And we didn't have the football channel at the time. Baseball was only running one shift. We didn't run daytime baseball. And then Brown started doing it. Like that, right? So then we started doing daytime baseball. And then I went to Whatnot for a little while. That was the hardest thing. Whatnot was very hard. I ain't gonna lie. We did daytime basketball, but that's why I couldn't do the daytime shift because Dak has the he has the seniority and everything. So Dak was doing daytime basketball at the time. So I didn't have anywhere to go. So then it was Whatnot for me. And then after a couple months of that, he said, don't do Whatnot. Then I was on Instagram in the interim. I would fill in for Jags or baseball or Instagram primarily for a little while. And then what happened? Oh, then we launched football. Then we launched the football channel. Wow, I can't believe it. That was almost 2 years ago now. Then we launched the football channel. And then we launched the football channel. I was the nighttime football guy. That was during 2022 Optic football release. And that went really good for a few months when I had a home on football. The problem was the football crowd, we'd usually die out at like 10, 11 o'clock. So then I went back to jumping channels. Yeah, that's basically what happened. Then I went back to football with Teddy. Then I officially went back to football with Teddy. Then I went back to jumping channels again. And then Blez Light. And Blez Light finally became my permanent home. Semi-permanent home. I say semi-permanent because if when Minnie gives birth and Jags needs a little bit of time off, I'll be right back on the basketball channel. I was a channel jumper. When was the last time we did a repack promo? A non-true repack promo was probably about a month and a half ago. When Jags was doing I forget what we called it, the nightcap. Is that what we call the break? Every night we were giving away like spots. It was like a repack promo. We'd give away like 20 spots, and they were doing like a repack at the end of the night on like weekends and stuff. Yeah, talk about it. Well, that was the biggest, that was the coolest thing. And Goodell, I'll get you modded in a second. Don't worry. That was the coolest part about it, though, Dave. I gotta admit, the cool part about it was, while it was a stressful schedule for myself, because as a lot of you guys out there know, if I was doing, basketball until 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, and let's say I'm scheduled for football the next day, I'd have to run home, shower, eat, sleep for a couple hours, and be right back on football at like 9 o'clock in the morning. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, sometimes 10 o'clock in the morning. So that wasn't the easiest thing to have an inconsistent schedule like that. That's tough. That was the hardest part about it. So for me to be at my best, jumping channels like that, that was tough. But the cool part was the Blez customers, they always, right, and it was, and I don't think anybody at the Blez realizes it sometimes. But you know what was cool is the people like you guys out there respected the shit out of me. I probably got more respect doing that, cause I'm not everybody's flavor. Let's be honest. I'm a little wacky. I'm a little goofy, and stuff. I know that about myself. That's cool. But there's a lot of people that maybe they didn't prefer me to break. Maybe they don't prefer to break with me, and stuff like that. And that's fine. No problem. Everybody has their own cup of tea. No problem. But I can tell you right now, for me doing those kind of crazy schedules, for me going to the basketball channel and doing 20 hours of hoops, or 21 hours of Donruss, or 18, 19 hours of hoops, people respect the shit out of me for it, But that's just the kind of guy I am. I'm an all or nothing kind of character. I'm just thankful. It's fun being here. It's fun. It really is fun. I don't care what it is. Well, I don't say that very much anymore, Dave. And let's see, Dave, do you remember why I used to say that? Did I ever tell you the reason why I used to say that? I'm sure I might have shared it, time and time again, but that was 2 years ago, so. No, it's fine. I used to always I used it on Facebook a lot. When I was young, my mom used to tell all of her friends that. My mom used to say things like, "Oh, I'm gonna be the next president of the United States," yada yada, things like that. And she used to always call herself the hostess with the mostest. So when I started doing breaks, my intro sounded like that, right? Hey, what's What's happening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? It's your favorite hostess with the mostest. It's the Hawaiian Hammer here, coming to you live time. And tonight we got a great show for you guys there. No. And oops. I didn't mean it like that. It's not that, like, you know, I'm a little loud. I'm a little loud. I'm a little goofy. Things like that. And some people, they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear me talking about, oh, Hammer doesn't wear underwear. Things like that. You know, they don't want to hear it. And that's cool. Like, you know, I don't blame them. But I also tell you guys the truth. I'd be bullshitting everybody out there if I was trying to be someone that I'm not. And that's the truth. I think you guys respect me for being who I am, how I am, talking the way I talk, walking the way I walk. I think I'm a lot more respected that way. But I let my dedication do the talking. I love those intros too. I will never. Sure, I'll tighten it up a bit, don't get me wrong. I'll make it a bit more professional. Sure. You know, I can understand that. And that's respectful. You know? That's definitely respectful. But you know what is pretty cool, guys, and I'll say this to everybody that's here at the moment, guys. I'll tell you something that's really cool that I'm really proud of. You are right, Angus. You know what is cool though? I will tell you this. So, you know, I'm a little emotional today. I can kind of tell, but it's kind of cool because I started realizing it yesterday when Mrs. Hammer came home last night at like 2:30 in the morning. I talked to her about this just a few hours ago. 4.5 hours ago, I just had this conversation with Mrs. Hammer before she passed out. This channel, like, through all that hard work and stuff like that, through everything that I literally just told you guys, right? To all the 37 people listening out there. Here's the coolest part about all of this, right? Through the pain, through the struggles like that, for everything, for all of my personal hard work that I've put into this company, you know, I will say one thing. Getting this channel was actually a pretty cool blessing for me, and I want to explain why. So, this channel was originally going to go to daytime DAC. I remember it was about October time. When I was on football this year with Teddy, it was approximately October time when Dak came in the room, because Dak is still doing the whatnot breaks. Dak is still a part of Blez. And I remember he came in and he talked about this channel for the first time ever. That's when I heard about Blez Light. And I was like, oh, that's kind of a cool idea. I said, I actually like that idea. And there was talks about Blez Light years ago. You know, there was talks about it. Trust me. And so originally it was going to go to DAC. Then a couple weeks later, they talked to me about it. And they said, hey, we want you to go on Blez Light primarily. We're going to launch in November. Okay. Then November came. It didn't happen. And then I asked Scott. Scott was like, probably at the end of the year. So, okay, got it. Or at the beginning of the new year. I was like, okay, cool. I didn't worry too much about it, and I continue to jump channels, right? Basketball, maybe once every other week, once a month usually. I do football 2 sessions, and I normally do baseball 2 days a week, one to 2 days a week, usually. That was kind of my schedule. Then, one day, like randomly in December, I heard Brown was going to do Blez Light. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, you know, I heard it through the grapevine. So I was like, okay, cool. You know, it is what it is, whatever. And then it wasn't until like middle of January. It was a random day. I was getting ready to go live on Blez Baseball. Because no, Jags was here. Jags was getting ready to go live. And then Backer walked in on me and Jags talking before we went live. And then we started talking. And then the conversation, Backer came in the room and he's like, Hammer, do you want to do Blez Light? And, you know, Jags stuck up for me. Jags was like, yeah, hey, Hammer knows the football community because I'm normally on football. Hammer knows the basketball guys. Hammer knows the baseball guys like that. It would be an easy transition for a lot of you guys to come visit me because you kind of know me. Whereas Brown knows the baseball guys, the pop guys, maybe a little bit of the basketball guys, a little bit of the football guys, but mainly because he was mainly pop and baseball like that, right? So then Backer asked me, he's like, oh, do you want to take the channel and make it your own, you know? And I was like, you know, I told him, I said, I don't know. I said, I don't know that I really want to do the light channel. I said, I want to do it, but I don't want to do it because I like jumping. So he kind of told me, he's like, if you're going to continue to jump channels, he said, unfortunately, my schedule falls second fiddle because Hawk is the main baseball guy. Jags and Scott is the main basketball guys. Teddy is the main football guy per se. So I would have to still work around their schedules. And I was like, ooh. So it was pretty much take Blez Light or continue to work a random schedule. And I was like, I'll take Blez Light. I was like, I'll take the consistent schedule and an opportunity to make this my own. And I'll tell you guys this before we get right into this break, because we are ready to show. It was probably the best decision I've ever made. Like, look at it. Like, look at this. Like, it's so crazy. Now I have a fairly consistent schedule, and if we're off on the weekends, let's say somebody couldn't cover, like last week, right? We didn't have coverage. I can work the 6th day for you guys. Yes, I'm gonna get paid. Don't get me wrong. I get paid on the side, you know, for doing an extra day, but I can come in knowing that you guys know me. I know what breaks are already there. I know what products are coming in. I know what products I have, what I don't have. I know the inventory. Like, it's so much easier for me to just jump into this seat knowing what I have. You know what I mean? It's not easy when I gotta go to baseball once a week and there's 6 days in between and I don't know what products I still have, you know? Because I'm focused on basketball this day or football this day. And here we are now. We're at 7 a.m. We got 37 people in the room. We've been averaging 50 to 60 concurrents at like 10 a.m., 11 a.m. the past weekend. Thank you, Court Kings. Thank you, Don Russ. Like, that's a cool thing for me to say. And if it wasn't for Blez Light, I wouldn't be able to say that. Almost at 800 subscribers. There's so much cool things that I can say, and I'm very proud. It's a personal accomplishment, yes, but it's a company success. But you know, I take a lot of pride in it. I take a lot of pride in it. What up, Blez Band? I love you, brother. You know that. Good luck. I'm a very prideful kind of guy. In a good way. Ooh. Green start is Mike Evans on the green. Upside down his base, guys, so don't worry. Xavier Worthy Storm. Daniel's on the base. Gardner is a green. One second. Okay. So, FYI guys, this is a different blaster than the blasters we used to do again. Guys, I gotta stop the break. Let me explain. These are the green exclusive blasters. The other blasters we were doing were purple exclusives. I only realized that now because I hit 2 greens. And the cool part is the box says there's 1 of 1s. There's Green Wave, Gold Stars, Purple Rain. There's Black Galaxy 1 of 1s in this product. There's Signature Rookie Red Squares, Orange Mosaic, Blue Diamonds, Green Wave, Gold Stars, Purple Rain, Black Galaxies numbered 100 to numbered to 1. So that's pretty sick. These are better blasters. And yeah, you got them for the same price. Congrats. Latu Green. Yeah, so green is the exclusive. The last time we did this break, it was purple exclusives. So green is the new exclusives on this one. Green of James Cook. I know I had to think about it, Sammy. I was like, oh shit. Marvin on the Storm. Crosby on the green. Jatavia on green. May on the base. JJ on the Stargazing. Bryce Young, second year green. Box 1. Yeah, everything kind of changed, yeah. I'm still learning the new differences. But since they started introducing hobby megas and stuff like that last year in football, yeah, I'm familiar, but I'm not familiar with all the different SKUs they have now. But that's why we're learning. Bowers on the Storm. Neighbors, green of Josh Allen. Green of Malachi Corley. JJ base. Green of Aiden Hutchinson. JJ Storm. Drake May, rock out of Parsons. Green of Kenneth Walker. Casey Washington. Penix, Stargazing. Green of Keenan Allen. Not much happening here. Yeah, I like the free market. I enjoy Topps Chrome football going up against, you know, Upper Deck. Because you really had a variety. Marshawn Lloyd. Jersey piece. Jamar Chase on the burners. Is this game used? I doubt it. It is not. Jamar Chase on the burners. Certain cards look much better. Yes, agreed. There's a lot of like I prefer I think I am a Prism guy. I think I'm definitely a Prism guy still. Even though I like Topps Chrome a lot, Baker Green, I think I'll always be a Prism guy. Nice Daniels Green for Datto Stacks. I do. You have a great point, Panic Storm. JJ on the rock out. Green of J Love. Bullard on the green. Lots of Drake Mays so far. There's our first Knicks. Green of Njigba. That's the first 6 boxes. Nothing happening yet, guys. That's the one thing. That's the one thing I gotta say. Topps and Fanatics does a great job on their redemptions. You make a great point. The fact that they extended it for 10 years, phenomenal. That gives you confidence in like older products, you know. For the guys that might not have panned out in the first 1, 2, 3 years. But you know, now they're panning out. Guys like Kobe White, for example. On basketball, right? Or football guys like Sam Darnold, perhaps. Jackson Powers Johnson. You know, if you're a believer in Darnold, and you have his JETS rookies, Jacobs Green. Like you can buy older wax confidently. Exactly. White box and black boxes are fun. They're fun, but not always. Jonathan Brooks, jersey piece. JJ. Trace Green. There's your first red, white, and red, white, and blue of Cortland Sutton. It's not numbered on that one. Green of Russell Wilson. It does. It does. But you know what, buddy? That's part of the adaptation to the market. That's what I say. Everybody, like, here's a great example. We're doing football right now, right, guys? Here's the number one example. And if nobody believes me, go watch what I said in October and September and August on the football channel. Go to the football channel and go watch what I said. I was exactly correct on that, and I take the credit on that. I said, don't count out Bryce Young. Don't count out C.J. Stroud. Okay, they're in their sophomore slump. Sure. People seeing more of C.J. Stroud. They know what to expect now. Javon Baker jersey. They're figuring him out. And the market goes crazy and they say, oh, C.J.'s not that good. He's overpriced. He's not that good. And for me, that's a great sign. Nick Chubb. When the market is looking right, you gotta look left. I didn't, love, but I'm not. I'm good. I'm good, love. Thank you, Leary. I agree with that, GC. Yep. Yeah. She's gonna sort today though, cause Esplez is taking off this week. Esplez will be on tomorrow, and then he's taking off. So Mrs. Hammer's gonna work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So she'll be in office doing that, and then she has to go be the #1 female influencer of the industry. After that. So she gotta get her makeup on, and she gotta go do a skit. Green of Jamar Chase. That was the first half. Shelby, you're the first guy that's ever said that. That sounds like a pretty sharp idea. That's true. You know, it's funny. We were talking about timing yesterday, Shelby. I don't know if you were here when we were Shani Physio and DJ 2000. They're fairly newer to the industry, so they were asking us questions about like grading and things like that. And I told them, I said, there's a lot in you know, if you're gonna sell cars, there's a lot that goes into it. If you're trying to get max dollar, you know, are you prospecting? Did you hit a LeBron James on a filler for $5, which ironically happened yesterday? Like that, so. Yeah. Timing was one of the things we talked about yesterday. #1 is the population count. #2 is the parallel short print. #3, we're talking about the sets. Is the set a desirable set? Vice versa. The cost of grading versus the risk of grading. And then, yeah, and then the timing. Is the team playoff bound? Did this player just get traded? Did this, you know, did this player just have an explosive week? You know. I remember a couple years ago, guys. Who's a baseball collector in here? Who's a baseball collector? There was a baseball player like 2 or 3 years ago. I kind of forget his name. Christian Aquino for the Cincinnati Reds, 2014 Bowman or 2013 or 2015 Bowman. He was like $1 card. And then like he hit like all these home runs in a row. And like his card literally went from $1 to like $100 overnight. Somebody remember that. One of you baseball collectors got to be out there. I think it was Aquino. I think it was, and it was ridiculous how it happened. It really was. It was really ridiculous how it happened. He hit like a shit ton of home runs. This was like 2021, 2022. And his cards just went crazy. But that's the same thing. Yeah. But like the first week when he hit so much homers, his cards literally jumped from the dollar bins, like it was $1, $2 card on eBay, started selling for like $100. You know. Now that's an extreme case. That's an extreme case. Probably won't happen again for a while, but there's our boy Lad, jersey piece. Green of Kyle Duggar. Oh, nice green of JJ as well. Nice. Couple green QBs so far. Let's see an auto base of JJ Eckler. There's our auto. It's Tip Raymond for Jay Walker. One auto. Come on, let's see a kaboom. Keon, and there's our boy, Troy Franklin. Green of McCaffrey. Nick Space. AJ Barner green. Penix. Karloftis red to $4.99 on the red. Daniels base, rock out. Green of Amon-Ra St. Brown. Marshawn Lloyd green. Purdy green. Jonathan Brooks. Pokemon cards are just crazy. Pokemon is like a different beast. But you know what? If you know how to operate that and you're grinding, you know, you're grinding for the flip, nothing but respect. Benson. Just don't be a scumbag, you know. Drake May. Drake May, Addison. That is the one thing, dude, that's the one thing I would say. When I was a kid, most of you guys know I've told this story a million times. Right across from Cousin Tua, Tagovailoa, his high school, St. Louis High School, in Honolulu, Hawaii, in the heart of Kaimuki, there was a card shop right across the street, and that's where I used to go for cards. And yeah, back then I was paying $4.95 for a pack of Pokemon First Edition packs. $4.95 a pack. And then if you were cool and you were buying the Japanese cards at the time were super expensive. The Japanese cards were like $8.95 a pack. So it was almost double the price. But it was pretty cool. And it's pretty funny because my sports card and trading card habits, they are always stuck with me. Like I remember when I was a kid collecting, everything had to be top loaded. Because I didn't want nothing to happen. The commons, we used to have a binder, just like everybody else. You had the nine sheet binder like that, and then I would put cards, you know, front and back like that. So when you flip the page, you got cards on both sides. But yeah, like all of when we were kids, we used to call the holographic Pokemon, right? We used to call it shinies as kids, right? Oh, what shinies do you have? Oh, I got Blastoise, Charizard, Pikachu, Raichu, whoever. All of my shit was top loaded. Jalen Wright, jersey piece. Worthy on the green. Green also of T-Law. Color coming. It's Lassetier on the red and blue. Green of Drake London. Come on, let's see something. I have no clue, Sammy. Quorum green. Guys, after this, select WNBA is on screen. We'll do some Court Kings. And then we're also going to do, going to get some Donruss back on screen. Bo Nix. I added the next one of these. We're still looking for an explosive and or a kaboom. Nothing yet. It's a cheap stab at a kaboom though. Drake May. We got 4 boxes left. We still got time, but oh boy. Neighbors. Penix. Wiggins. I don't know that it would be the Pirates organization that would buy it. I think it would be like a private person that has affiliations to it. Yeah, sure.
Hello.
I love.
Good morning, chat.
You woke up early. Did I wake you up?
No.
Green of Jesse
It
Bates.
was my internal instinct that I need to get up.
Kool-Aid. Poor puppies. Did you get food?
No, I just got coffee. What? Absolute.
Our last 2 stacks. Come on. I need something to wake these people up. Brennan Rice green. Rogers green. No, I asked her if she got food. I made myself a little snacky snack when she came home last night. Sinat jersey, so I'm good. Mind you, this was at 2:30 in the morning, so. Tua. Bucky on the green. Come on. Second auto we got is AJ Barner for the Hawks. Amari. Not a good case, guys. Sorry. No kaboom in that case. No explosive in that case, unfortunately. 2 autos, no kaboom. Sorry, guys. We'll get them on the next one. No, I'll be good. I made myself a little breakfast sandwich. And I air fried a little hash brown when Mrs. Alma came home. And it takes like 20 minutes. So by the time I warm up the shower for her, and she takes the shower, and then my dogs, because they wake up, I let them pee, poop. And then by the time I'm like, when that's all done, I just go and eat. But then the problem was I was up for like another hour before I went to sleep, because I don't want to just sleep and eat. I like air fryers. Air fryers is like the millennial microwave. Let's be honest. It's like the millennial microwave. That's what I call air fryers. All right, not a great case. Couple autos. Nothing really to write home about on that one, but take your next ones. It definitely tastes better than majority of microwave foods, yes. There's about 10% that microwave is better, but 90% of the time, air fryers is the way to go. That was the break on Absolute Blaster number 9. Number 10 is in the store. Let's refresh and see where we're at, guys. Good luck. Thank you, guys.